Good day, everyone. Today, our group will be presenting on the topic of food microbiology, specifically on the microbial enzyme production and generally on the usage of microbes in the fermentation process. First, we'll be discussing the advantages of using microorganisms for enzyme production, especially in the food industry. Specifically, we'll be describing the factors that can be modified to effectively optimize the process of microbial enzyme production. So the first factor is water activity, and it is observed that substances with higher water activity is usually able to support the need of more microorganisms. For processes which utilize bacteria, water activity values of at least 0.91 is necessary, while for fungi, a value of at least zero point 0.6 is needed. Next is pH, where it is generally observed that microorganisms are neutrophiles. For cases that utilize acidophiles, a pH of around 3 is required to allow for optimal growth of the microorganism. Or for alkaliphiles, a pH in the range of 8 to 10.5 is required for optimal growth. For temperature, it is a general rule to avoid extreme conditions, as this is known to obstruct the enzyme production process for microorganisms. Next is nutrients, and quite simply, the process of enzyme production can be manipulated by adjusting the amounts of nutrients available, specifically referring to the essential substrates utilized by the specific microorganism used. We then have oxygen level, which again can be manipulated depending on the specific microorganisms involved, which can be classified as either aerobic, anaerobic, or facultative. Lastly, we have gene expression, which is one major factor that can affect the production of microbial enzyme. With the help of recombinant DNA technology and protein engineering, the manipulation of genes can be done, which can result to the enzymes of interest being expressed more frequently to accomplish the increased demand. Next, we will be discussing the advantage of using microorganisms. Going back to the original question regarding the advantages of microorganisms for enzyme production, its advantage over conventional methods include the following: its easy availability and fast growth rate together with its non-toxic and eco-friendly nature. It is also sustainable and cost-effective as compared to the conventional methods. Lastly, it reduces the processing energy necessary as well as the processing time. Now we go into the actual use of microbes in functional food development. So first, we should define the term functional food. And it is as shown here in the presentation defined as whole, fortified, or enriched food products that provide health benefits beyond their nutritional values. So again, this process is not new to us. It has long been used in food development, specifically in the process of fermentation. So while the fermentation process serves as a pathway for energy production for certain microbes by the production of ATP from carbohydrates and amino acids, we were able to utilize some of its byproducts, such as lactic acid, which is essential in the cheese production process through its help in promoting curd formation, and ethanol, which is one of the key ingredients in the production of alcoholic beverages and is also essential in other processes in the industry. The microbes present in functional foods contribute either a probiotic effect, a biogenic effect, or in some cases both. A probiotic effect is defined as interactions of the present microorganisms with the host, with some of the most common probiotics being lactobacillus and bifidobacterium. They are able to help in the digestive process of the host, help the host fend off against harmful bacteria, and can even provide essential nutrients for its host like vitamins. On the other hand, we have the biogenic effect, which is defined as the effect of the microbial metabolites produced during the fermentation process on the host. One example for this is yogurt, something like Yakult, which usually markets itself with its good probiotic effect on the consumer. As stated earlier, one byproduct of fermentation is lactic acid, which is actually responsible for the sour taste of fermented products like yogurt and kimchi. So this is our report on the guide questions 2 and 4. Thank you for listening.